Hello guys, how is it going? My name is Fozzen and we are actually in a redstone world right now. And the reason for that, I'll tell you guys a secret. Uh, the reason for that is we're doing a redstone tutorial today. And that is actually something I never really thought that I'd be saying because, yeah, I'm a noob when it comes to redstone. No, I shouldn't be saying that, no. No, I'm a professional. Yes, I know lots. But yeah, basically, I've never really done redstone before in all the years that I've played Minecraft, but recently I've been getting into it, and it's honestly really fun. And what I've created is a variable output reward system, and I know that sounds complicated, but really, it's not. I make it sound more complicated than it is. But before we can jump right into it, you know how like in the videos, like, or no, on TV, and then they do an ad, then they've got like the guy that talks really fast, and he's like, yes, may cause broken bones and death and all that kind of stuff, and you never really want to hear it. Well, this is what I'm gonna get. But well, no, I'm not gonna say it contains death, but what I am gonna be doing is I'm gonna be talking about all these little videos that I do. So basically, when I do a Fozzencraft episode, I give myself 3 days. And then I post it for you guys. And then what I'll actually do is I'll do another one of these little videos. So the last one and first was Silly Ways We All Die From in Minecraft. And, you know, I'll sprinkle some redstone in there and some other fun bits and doodads. But what that does is that gives me some extra time for the Fozzencraft ones. That means that I give myself 3 days for one of these videos, and then, yay, I make it. But it normally only takes 1 or 2 days, and that leaves just over 3 days for the Fozzencraft ones. So basically, more quality video, guys. More quality videos. But yes, this is the end of this nonsense talk. And what these videos are going to be doing in my redstone ones is I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to start off and I'm going to explain how it works, and then I'm going to show you how you would use it in your world. Then what I'm actually going to be doing, I ran away from it. That's something I always do, I just run away from it. Then I'm going to show you different ways that you can attach it and apply it in your world. And then after that, we'll get into the tutorial and we'll build it. And, you know, I'll probably include world files in the description so you guys can have fun with this stuff too. But yeah, that's basically it. And now, we can begin. And lastly, before we begin, there are 2 very important things. Well, actually, one is important and one is very important. So the thing that's important is I'm going to be adding timestamps actually to this video. It'll be down in the description. I don't know how to do timestamps, but you know, I'll figure it out. I'll learn. But the very important thing is we all need to appreciate how much this thing looks like a typewriter. Does this not look like one of those old school click, 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 clack? Okay, well anyway, what this thing is actually kind of like a scoreboard. So basically, there's these lights here, and they will get lower and lower down here for a prize. Basically, depending on what light you're on, you get a different prize. So, if I was all the way over here, I would get the best prize. Oh my goodness, I am skilled at this minigame. I won straight off the bat. But if I went all the way over here, yeah, I kind of suck, guys. I'm sucky at this minigame. But also, if it goes off the end, you don't even get a prize. So maybe I'm not so bad after all, because I'm just on the end. But the way it works is this is just like a pulse shortener thing. So basically, there'll be an input of some sort from a minigame. What that will do is that will create a short little pulse. It'll turn off this torch, and then the redstone will get to flow, and the item will go with it. So basically, there is now an item in here that obviously doesn't have to be redstone dust. And what happens is this. This comparator says, yes, hello, there is in fact an item in this hopper. It will send a signal, it will turn off this torch, it will power this wool block, and the light will turn on. And the reason we power the wool block is because these are transparent blocks and, you know, signals get all messed up. But anyway, yes, this happens. Then the signal will go up here, it will tell this repeater to be on, but we don't actually get a reward yet. So basically, this can happen over and over and over. Depending on how many times you lose the minigame or, you know, lose a point or whatever, it goes slowly down and your reward gets less. But now let's say you win. So what we'll do is we'll actually hit this button. That will turn this redstone torch off. All these pistons will retract, and what that will do is that will give a signal through these repeaters to these dispensers, and they actually have shulker boxes in them. So let's hit that now. So boom, you saw that? Only this one went though, because there's the repeater there. So if we come around here and we go into survival like this, boom, what we'll see up here is actually our reward. So we got a reward out of a shulker box, and now what we do is we actually just mine it, break it, the water flows, it goes shoodoop, shoodoop, and then you can collect this over here. This is for you, this isn't for them. I mean, I guess you could give them the shulker box if you wanted, but this way they get a reward, and then they also don't steal your shulker box. And you can see that that light was there, and then that's like that. And then we go boom, 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 everything resets, happiness, happiness, and prizes. Now in fact, we're moving away from that first one because this one is a little different. There's some magenta wool right here. And what this is actually a comparator pulse extender. So when this happens, the exact same thing, the pistons go, you get a prize, but this pulse will be extended, and what it does is it turns off this torch, which turns off this dust, and these two torches go on. And what this does is right here, it powers this, and that turns off that torch, and that means all of this dust right here goes off. So no matter where the item is in the system, let's say it's even right there, so we get a reward, we get that first reward right there, but now, you see all this redstone went off? The lights went flash, 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 and our item is caught right here. And as this right here goes off, the thing goes back, this piston retracts, and the normal signal resumes, and boom, right there, we reset the system. So this is the exact same thing, but when they get their reward, the system resets. And if we want to see that in action, I've got my light here at 3. That would mean if we hit this button, oh, let's see how fast am I. Oh, no, I am not fast at all. Oh, you did get to see the light. So yeah, the light flickers off, and then we get our prize right here. And there's obviously nothing in there, but you can put whatever the heck you want in there. So now, over to this bad boy right here. This is actually a pretty silly and ridiculous game. I just came up with something that you can either win or lose, and you guys are gonna get the world download, but seriously, don't judge my redstone skills. Look at those pretty ones. Just ignore everything that's happening here. But in this mini game, what happens is the lights, they flicker, 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 and if you get the button when that torch right there is on, you win. But it's not that simple because there's delays and everything. So basically, here is that exact same system. Everything is the same. So if we hit this button, oh, it wasn't right. Oh man, our prize. So many pistons fire. This is not an efficient thing. But anyway, yes. The light goes on. That means that we lost. We didn't get it good. Oh no, the lights weren't even on. And yeah, you can see it progresses. Now, I actually got decently okay at this game. Let's see. Yes! Okay, so yeah, we got our prize. And that's the magenta shulker box right there. And then you saw the system reset because it's the same as that other one. And yeah, I'm not going to go into the details on this kind of redstone here, because this is basically, this is duct tape, and what else do you use? Duct tape and glue. This is, I just glued everything, duct tape, it's all a kerfuffle, nothing over here makes sense. But it's that same system. We get a pulse in, a little short pulse, it turns those off, and then we get a pulse here, it turns this on, and the whole thing cycles through. And also right here, this is actually when you get it wrong. So every time you get it wrong, boom, click, get it wrong, boom, click, and yeah, it's pretty simple like that. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, we are actually going to start building these machines. So in the beginning, I'm going to build that one out in the back, just simple, plain Jane. And then we're going to add this reset system on, because the reset system honestly isn't that complicated, it just makes it a tiny bit bigger. So the first thing we're going to have to actually do is run these hopper lines here. I've set up a block, you're just going to need to start it from somewhere, and these hoppers are 7 long and 2 wide. So if we just start by putting 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to need to run 1 into there, and then just come all the way back along. And actually, I messed one up right here. But this one right here can't face into that block. It has to face into there. So it's a cycle. Now actually, I've just put this redstone line on top. We're going to power that in a moment when we get to blue. But for now, we are just going to build a line of wool down here. We'll skip this one because this one actually isn't powered by that repeater. And we're going to come 6 along all the way across. We're going to take our comparator and we're going to put it out like this. The comparator is going to go into a block. And like we mentioned before, this is going to get powered when there is anything in those hoppers, and then we're going to go across one more time. Because on this back row, there's going to be redstone repeaters. This is going to be powering our lamps, and redstone torches. These are going to be powering our pistons when there is a prize. And the very last thing that we have to do in this first step is actually put our redstone lamps. So they're going to be powered just like this. You can't actually put them right in front of the repeater because the repeater, well actually I can show you guys. If I do this like this and then I throw an item in there, the oh my goodness, I completely forgot about that. That surprised me. But yeah, see how it powers like a bunch of them all at once? We don't actually want that. Now actually I was going to start getting out my items for the second one, but no, I can't do that off camera. Booyah. Oh yeah. Hotbar switch. Yeah, now we're going to go into the next part. And this is actually the prize detection. So like, when there is a finish output, we're actually going to get the prize. So we're going to have to build on top of these redstone torches right here. And what these are going to be is redstone torches like this. And actually, you guys probably know this, but the way redstone torches work is they're powered by the block they're on, and they power everywhere else. So now what we need to do is take off of these guys right here, redstone, no, not redstone torches, silly redstone torches, redstone repeaters. These redstone repeaters are actually going to be the the victory signal. Yeah, they're going to be the victory signal. And we actually need to do a little bit more. We got to go on top of these redstone ones because this is actually where our sticky pistons are going to be. So you're going to want to have them facing down like this. And you can put the block here, or you can put the block here. It doesn't matter because they're going to get extended anyway. And then on top of here, we run our nice, okay, so this right here, this is the victory signal, and this is the finale signal. So yeah, we can't actually have that button right there, because then there could just be a reward all the time. So we are going to need to go out like this, put a redstone, oh, gotta go up too, a redstone torch, that powers all these redstone dusts, this powers this, and then see like that we don't actually get a signal. And lastly, we put a button, boop, like that. And for the record guys, I didn't at all forget that that button needed to be there, totally didn't. And now, hotbar switch, booyah. I just love that, it's great. And this one is actually going to be the thing that powers this and keeps the item locked in. So we're going to want to go out again like this, and there's going to be a redstone torch here. That means that we can actually put our first item in here, because that is just going to get locked in place right there. And notice how this is powering, but it can't get any power through. This is where the dropper is going to be. And also that first light is on, but none of the other ones are. So now we're going to build out a little platform right here. It's going to be 2x3, and this fits this little circuit. There's probably a better circuit, but I personally find this to be very nice, very compact, and all that good stuff. So basically what it does is when this is powered, this circuit will go into here. I think there's a 1 tick delay on comparators, and this is set to 2 ticks. So basically power goes in and it goes into here, but if there's power that comes into the side, and I think it has to be like less than what goes in, whatever. Knowledge I don't have. It'll turn off and we get a short little pulse. And I would have imagined that it was a 1 tick pulse, but it actually isn't, because it doesn't make sticky pistons drop their block. That is actually all for this little circuit right here. We're going to pop into our next hotbar, and this is actually the reward prize one. So there's lots of wool just building up like a platform. I'm actually going to make it way more minimalistic than that. So right here, these are the dispensers. Although I know dispensers are more annoying to craft than droppers, they can't be droppers. If you want to do shulker boxes, they have to be dispensers. Otherwise, if you just want to do an item, it can totally be a dropper. So we put them right here on these pistons, because those are going to get powered by the by the victory pulse, guys, when there is like a victory kind of thing. And then what we're actually going to have to do is come down here and build our water canal. So this comes along like this, and then although you could just have the water bucket here flowing along, it's better to actually drop it down right there, just that way the water doesn't try and flow over the things and then get stuck. So we just got to build up our sides like this. I'm just going to build up the sides. You guys, you'll be able to see. And then actually, this part really depends on whether you trust the people or not, but you can actually the water flows enough that you can actually put your chest just off of the side so that it's one block further from that dispenser, because that way they can't really steal it. So it's really just a trust-based thing. And then you put this glass here. And although you could put wool, oh, that was loud. You could put wool, it's actually better to put this glass. You actually couldn't put the wool because they need to reach in there and grab the shulker box. So it doesn't have to be green glass, obviously, but you have to do bars or fences or something like that. And then you put the water in here, and then you'll want to put a roof like this. Not like this though, because that will stop the item from being able to be collected, because you have to be able to open the shulker box. And then across the top like this, across this glass like this, just to close it in. You can close this in more if you like, whatever you'd care for. And then over here on the back, just so no more items drop in, just close this off like that. And yeah, that's really it. That is super simple for the basic one. You hit the button and then the signal will go along. It goes one more, the light lights up. You press this and there'll be a dispense, and then you can put your shulker boxes in here or whatever you want, whether it's a redstone dust or, you know, whatever you'd care for. Now we're actually going to set up the next thing, and yes, I have to do the toolbar switch on camera. Now this is actually the part that took me the longest to design. Actually at the start of the video that wasn't wool, that was actually observers, because I was like trying to figure out like when what happens, what do I need to do, but this is actually the way we're going to do it. So there's going to be redstone dust here and here, and then there is going to be a comparator line, and you really only need to make it this long. You could probably even make it shorter than I am, but I'm just going to do this for the continuity of it all. And then what we do is we put this right there. This is actually going to have a redstone torch on it, and although you could do something like that, probably, that would make it so that the signal doesn't actually last as long. So we want to drop a signal right there and then keep it over here. So boom, 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 torch, and then what we're going to do is come down here, and there's going to be a redstone dust on here that's powered by the torch, and it'll turn these torches off, and then we are going to come down again like this. This is actually going to go into this block, because this is going to make it so that we don't actually want this to touch that, so we put a repeater, but this will turn that block off, meaning the item can flow through, but that would just cycle it around, nothing else would stop. So we actually got to go over here, and this is going to be powering a piston. So the piston has to go somewhere like this. I did, in fact, forget that, but anyway, the piston goes like this. It's 2 away, drop down from under that torch, and then you can't, I wish you could do that, but you can't. You gotta power the block next to it. It goes boom, shadoop, pushes that block out, we don't need that, and then this will be up against that hopper, so when this whole thing is off, this will be powered, and then the hopper will be off. And actually this doesn't affect those hoppers right there. As you can see, it flows up until here. So we can actually do a full test of the system now. So if we come over here, this is our little input, boop, and then we'll see that, yep, that comes on, and then we can actually just watch from the back as those torches progress, and then if we would care to win right now, we're at that third one, if we press this button right here, you'll see this fires up, the clock goes, and if we go into F3, you can actually see that the redstone power is slowly decaying, and while this is active, this is off, and then also this is powered, and now we're all back and we are reset. And that is really all for the tutorial, guys. As with these redstone things go, I think most of the time that I'm going to be spending in these is actually just designing the redstone, because I'm not very fast or particularly good, but recording it is actually quite nice, because once you get the gist of it, you can really go. And yeah, you guys will do perfectly fine with this. You're probably all much better than me at redstone. And yeah, actually off in the distance over here, these right here are actually like try 1 and try 2. So they're actually pretty wimpy. So I had the same idea. Shulkers, they flow and then all of this was basically the same. I think, yeah, I had this developed, but yes, here's that thing. The piston would drop down, it took up more space, and actually I didn't have the hoppers all in a circle, so basically wool would go through. When it got to the finish line, it would actually let another one through. So where is the button even? Yeah, okay, so the button's over here, and basically it would go boom, and it would go across and across, but there was this problem where it would let in more wool, so I'd have it. It was, guys, it was a mess. It was a big mess kerfuffle. And then over here, oh my goodness, I tried to make a reset system. So basically, what would happen is this. I think, yeah, when the shulker went, the observers would fire, and it would turn the circle, and it would let it go, and then it would lock this thing right here, and then there'd be a T flip-flop, and then all this. It was mad crazy, guys. It was. Anyway, yeah, don't build this in your world. I mean, maybe if you need to save on hoppers, but yeah, definitely just don't build it. Don't build it, guys. Don't do it. Yeah. This is all for the tutorial for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe this is helpful for in your world somewhere. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. And, yeah, I'll catch you in the next episode. Now, actually, I've gotten particularly good at this. So actually, if we just hit this and then it slides along. So actually, if we go in and then boom, and then we should get, yeah, a shulker box, and then just break that. Oh, no, please don't, please don't. No, not my redstone. Oh, no. Oh, that's not too bad.